Hi, I'm Grace. This is Marty Ohlhaut.
I'm Marty Ohlhaut, that's correct.
And we decided today to do a deep philosophical question. We are again reunited. Marty was at the beach last weekend while I was working away at home.
Well, you probably saw me strolling along the waves there.
But you probably couldn't hear him.
You couldn't hear me.
I told him to talk loud in the video.
I actually was talking loud. The ocean makes a lot of noise on a windy day.
Yeah. Off the cuff questions. I'm going to come up with a question to ask Marty, and he's going to come up with a question to ask me.
All right.
You've got like 3 seconds to think of something to ask me. Deep and personal. Because it's that kind of mood right now.
Did this whole venture turn out the way that you had hoped it would turn out?
Yes.
To this point.
Yes. I really
Okay, you got a question for me?
Expand on that. Yes, it has. I guess maybe in what ways has it?
There you go.
Yes, it has. I feel like in my career, I have always, for the most part, been very successful in my career, not in every aspect of my life, but really in my career, I've worked very, very hard. Everything really kind of so far has met my expectations. The book is doing really well, which is huge. I really can't imagine if people did not enjoy the book. That would be really hard to handle. So, yeah, I mean, honestly, so far, it really kind of has been going as I thought it was going to go. Do you think that people are going to read this book and it's going to dramatically change the way they feel about something or change the way they think about something? Or do you think it really is going to inspire someone to go out on a camping trip?
Well, I tell you what, I think about that question. It makes me think back to our very first appearance when we at Jesse Brown's and Bill
Louder.
Clark. And makes me think back to our very first appearance, is that the right word? At Jesse Brown's when Bill Bartiste mentioned to us just talk about the things that happened and how you felt about them and the impact that they had, because just tell it like it is, because you won't ever be able to anticipate how your audience is going to react to things. And one person in the audience may have a completely different reaction to different things that you say than somebody else does. And I kind of thought I knew what he meant by that, but I will tell you, in talking to people after we've done some of our appearances, our speaking engagements, it really hits home what he was talking about. People react to very different things. We get a lot of kidding around about, oh God, I'll never go camping again, or I can't wait to go camping out in British Columbia and see those places you described, or wow, your family just hung in there. I can't believe how well that happened. I'm so impressed. Or it's unbelievable how many people came from out of nowhere to help you. So the reactions to the book are just, luckily, mostly positive, but on very, very different aspects of the trip. Even several people have talked about how impressed they were with the description of the beauty of the places that we went. And I really wouldn't have anticipated that to be an area of any kind of major reaction. So that's a long-winded answer to your question, but I think I was kind of surprised by that. And Bill was definitely right. It's hard to anticipate what kind of reactions you're going to draw from people when you just tell it like it is for 16 days on kind of a wild adventure like that.
I think most people enjoy the book. I mean, I definitely do not consider myself a writer to try to change people's minds about their personal beliefs. That's kind of not my thing. I feel like I write more for people to laugh, to be entertained, and like feel good for while they're reading my writing. And so I think that is mostly what the book does. But there definitely have been a few people, like the guy who said, I'm going to go back through and highlight all the places you talked about so I can go visit them. And then I think there's only been 1 or 2 people that said, I'm never going to go camping again after this. Oh, you know what, everyone? I just remembered we were supposed to talk about our favorite places that we have traveled around the world. A couple weeks ago, we did the United States. We need to do the world next, but we've been in different places for the last 2 weeks. So we promise we'll get you a Q&A about our favorite places around the world. I've been to 30-something countries, and Marty's been to 50-something countries. 44. So we definitely have opinions on some of our favorite countries. So we'll do that. We'll get that one next time.
Okay.
We haven't figured out what that question is yet. I kind of wanted to talk about the meaning of life.
I wanted to talk about fear of death. What's that?
And
what comes after death? That's
what
good.
comes after death?
You want the meaning of life, and I want what happens after death.
It's a beautiful day here in Charlotte, North Carolina. There's a beautiful blue sky with little wisps of clouds. And we're very happy that you've joined us again.
This would not be a whole lot different than most of our podcasts.
I mean, Q&As.
Q&As.
We are going to do some off the cuff questions. In my career, I have always, for the most part, been very successful in my career, not in every aspect of my life, but really in my career, I've worked very, very hard.
And you've had, 10 different jobs, right?
That sounds bad, but it's not.
You can't hold down a job.
That's what it sounds like. That is not what he means.
You just continue moving up the ladders.
I just work hard to get where I want to be.
What do we hit? Well, come on in here. Say hello to the people.
No, I'm looking at the picture.
Of me?
Yes.
What do you see?
Well, come over here.
You!
See in the picture.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Going backwards down the steep hill. Well, we
I'm
have
not
some
coming in
material
the
for our next
picture.
book.
Maybe later I'll come in the picture.
Okay. Well, come on back
Take a
little
long
bit.
picture.
Oh,
And maybe later I'll come in the picture.
Okay, book would get.
All right, I've had enough. I'm leaving.
I knew.